Hello everyone, Ruby Retrograde Tarot and Tea here, and today the deck that I'll be showing you guys, as you can tell by the title of this video, is called the Ultimate RPG Tarot Deck, which is created by Jef Aldrich and Jon Taylor. So sorry already if I'm butchering the names, and if you see varying lights going on, as a side note, it was raining this morning and now it's more of a cloudy sunny type of operation going out outside, so it looks clear and bright right now, so hopefully it will stay that way for the time that I'm filming this. So in any case, this is a deck that I picked up actually, I believe it was last year. And it's part of that whole stash of deck that I did not get into. I made a video, I think at the beginning of the year or maybe a little bit earlier, about this whole situation. But in any case, this is a mass market deck that is published by Adams Media. And I will just remove the little plastic here so that at least we can read this with least amount of glare or reflections. And so, oh, the title is raised, which is pretty cool. Okay, I did not notice that. So the title here, the Ultimate RPG Tarot Deck, is raised. So I think it might be, no, it's not necessarily a UV spot. It's just, it seems like they raised the titles here. And then the rest is flat. So, shuffle some magic into your next RPG adventure. Transform your fantasy gaming experience with the divine art of tarot. Discover the Ultimate RPG Tarot Deck, where you'll find 78 unique tarot cards that will bring your favorite campaign to life in a new way, or add a new creative element to your daily divination. Based on the Rider-Waite deck, these cards depict traditional tarot archetype through the themes of sword and sorcery, tabletop role-playing games, such as the Fool depicted as a first-level adventurer, or the Pentacle suit reimagined with loot and gold pieces. Whether you use this deck for readings or gameplay, you will have an exciting tarot and fantasy role-play experience. With fun, action-packed art and Jef Aldrich, I apologize, and Jon Taylor's cheeky RPG humor, the Ultimate RPG Tarot Deck will take your tarot readings and your gameplay to the next level. Okay, and then they just say a little bit more about the duo, and they are professional podcasters. They've been building a broadcast brand, co-hosts of the System Mastery, and all the rest here. So, this is a pretty solid looking box. 2 pieces with nice thumb holes, always useful. It's almost like a standard at this point. Nothing inside, but it's a nice, I'm gonna say like sunlight yellow. So if you know, like this, like the dish soap, this is very nice. We have the guidebook right here. Okay, that we'll take a look after. And it seems we have extra people that contributed to the deck. So we have the 2 that are in the box. We have Zachary Bacus, which is who is a full-time illustrator. So I'm guessing he was the one who illustrated the cards. And then we have Angueria, Hank Jones, who is an Atlanta-based comic colorist. So this person might have been the one to color. So we have 4 people actually who contributed to the deck. So I'm guessing the 2 here would be the authors, and these 2 were in charge of the art and coloring. Pretty cool. Okay, and then okay, so here I'm guessing because the box is a little bigger. Let me look at the. Okay, so the guidebook is bigger, a little bit taller than the card, so I'm guessing that's why they put kind of like little stoppers for the cards. Kind of that's the first that I've seen, just like a two-sided kind of stopper resizer, but okay, we'll work with that, I guess. And then the cards are here, loose and goose. Now, like I said, ooh, we are having some major bending going on here. either because of my place. It's like where I live, it's not necessarily humid, but we do have change in temperature. Either it came out of the factory this way, not too sure. I am noticing a little bit of a yellow on the edges. That might, I don't know if you can see it here, but like right around here, it might be from rubbing up against this here, and this particular yellow ink might be one that transfers. Otherwise, yeah, this is an odd, I think this is the first time I've had a deck that kind of splits apart like this. So probably coming from two different sheets of paper. Okay, let's see if it'll stay put at least. Yeah, okay. So now we have the card themselves. And now I don't know if my eye is being weird or I'm being picky, but it seems like one border, the left here, might be larger than the right. It seems like it's not exactly centered. Okay, let's not pick at it too much. So we have a nice back for the design itself. We have the 4-sided die, and it's not necessarily a 20-sided die, it's probably the 10-sided or 12-sided die. The cards are not reversible just because of the orientation of the dice that's on the back. In terms of size, because now I'm curious if they are, okay, hold on, let me just go grab one of my standard deck, just 1 second. Okay, I'm back. So I just picked up the back card of the classic Rider-Waite-Smith, just because now I'm kind of curious in terms of height. And I'm kind of, because I feel like it's curving a little bit. In terms of height, pretty much the same size. Okay, so it's standard. Maybe a smidge taller for the RPG deck. In terms of the cardstock itself, I feel it's stiff and cardboardy. And I think that's why we're having this kind of split going on here. Definitely no core. You know, it's cardboardy, very cardboardy. I don't know how flexible it'll be when I riffle shuffle. Like, yeah, I'm having some reservation. I'm not sure how much I'll like it, but in any case, and the edges, I think they might be kind of a matte white as opposed to just be a undyed, uncolored edges. It is also matte. It almost, you know what, that paper almost feels like the those cover pages, like certain college books had that kind of like smooth cardboard cover page. It kind of reminds me of that a little bit. That's how I can kind of compare it to. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're now, of course, going to check out the cards, and as you can see, they're pretty cool. The color scheme is reminiscent of a, you know, regular run-of-the-mill Rider-Waite-Smith. Actually, let me just go get the rest of it. Like, for example, if we look at it, so if we're looking compared to a Rider-Waite-Smith, the colors are very close. It gives it a vintage feel, but also it gives it a comic book feel. The type of comic books I kind of used to read every once in a while when I was a kid, and it's pretty cool. So I do like that touch. Okay, and the plastic is because literally it's, the deck is it isn't a Ziploc bag. Very, very mystical. Okay, anyways, so let us zoom in, guys, and start the flip through of the RPG deck. So we can see here we have the number, the illustration, the title, and a little bonus that we don't see, and just a little subtitle. So for example, here for the Fool, the first level adventure. Very adorable. The Magician, the Quest Giver, The High Priestess, the Font of Wisdom. Kind of looking like Cthulhu, like, or Mind Flayer. Oh, and I just noticed here, like D20. Pretty cool. Okay. Number 3. So the Empress, the Tavern Keeper. The Emperor, the Final Arbiter. I guess that would be the Rules Lawyer. The Hierophant, the older sibling. The Lovers, the System Masters. Would that be the DMs? Then Chariot, Mounted Combat. Strength, Animal Handling. I like that. That's pretty cool. And we do have some of the symbols of the classic era Rider-Waite-Smith here. We have just a little bit of the infinity symbol here. The Hermit with invisibility. Wheel of Fortune, the D20, which is also the art we see on the front of the box. And then Justice, the Rules Lawyer. Okay, so then there we go. So the Rules Lawyer is actually there. Hangman, the Long Rest. That is definitely a moment that lots of players look forward to, especially after a hard battle. I've been there. So for Death, we have Critical Failure. That's pretty cool. It's such fun art. Temperance, Create Water. The Devil, we have the Grognard. I didn't know that was an English word too. The Grognard, so I'm guessing it's the grumpy person. The Tower, Wild Magic. That is an angry looking cloud right there. The Star, Downtime. Moon, Greater Illusion. The Sun, Critical Success. So I'm guessing that's the when you roll a natural 20 there. Judgment, Session 0. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. And then 21, The World, the Campaign. Oh, so fun. I like how they have like different creatures for the animals that represent the signs and stuff. So now we are going into the Minor Arcana. For wands, they have the Ace of Wands, the Wand of Plant Growth. Two of Wands, Scrying. I'm wondering if the wands are going to be spells and stuff or something. Three of Wands, New Lands. Okay, now I just contradicted my prediction. Four of Wands, Victorious Heroes. Five of Wands, Heat of Battles. Of Battle, there's no F. For the 6, we have Victory Procession. That is very cool. I like that. 7 is the High Ground. The positions are very similar to the classic Rider-Waite-Smith. 8 of Wands, Rapid Shot. Nine of Wands, second wind. And 10, the hireling. Now let's check out the court cards. Page is Bardic Inspiration. Knight, the Wandering Adventurer. Queen of Wands, Diplomacy. And you have even a little kitty, a fire kitty. Very adorable. The King of Wands, the Visionary Leader. And it looks like there's like a... Even the salamander here is mounted. Very cute. Alrighty, now we have the cups. Flash of Inspiration. 2 is the bargain. Ooh. That band is kind of... There we go. 3 is the rebel. 4 of cup, absent-minded. Spilled drink, very on the nose for 5 of cups. Six, goblin guidance, very interesting. 7, roll to disbelieve. Okay. 8, the lone survivor. That's kind of sad. 9, the Mounty Hall. And 10 of Cups, campaigns ending. Oh. Once the big bad evil guy is dead and everything is solved. So for the Page of Cups, the fish out of water. Okay, I like that. There's just missing a little fish out of the cup, but I'm guessing we have the fishman there. And for the page, the knight, sorry, we have the romantic knight. Queen of Cups is the sea queen. She's very pretty. The king, the sea king. Who I think is a giant because these animals are tiny at his feet. Yeah, it's like a giant. Alrighty, on to the swords. Gleaming blade. Two of swords, we have the blinded blade master. 3 is critical damage. We did have critical success somewhere back there. Repose for the 4 swords. 5 of swords, the aftermath. 6, the path to change. 7, the sneak thief. 8, the prisoner of war. 9, the sword saint. Interesting. Usually the 9 of swords is about anxiety and just intrusive thoughts, and here we're having the sword saint. That's interesting. Maybe I'll take a peek in the guidebook, see what it says. And 10 of swords, backstab. The Page of Swords as the squire. Knight of Swords, charge. I mean, that's true, yeah. Reasoned judgment for the Queen of Swords. And King of Swords as the Warlord. Okay. I saw the reasoned judgment for the Queen of Swords, and I'm most tempted to put it for the King of Swords. I don't know what keyword I would have put for the Queen of Swords. Something maybe about like a unapologetic decision or something. But the Warlord for the King. Oh well. Okay, so now the Ace of Pentacles with loot for the taking. Two of Pentacles, the Jongleur or the Juggler. Three, the Stone Carvers. I mean, that is true. In the Rider-Waite Smith, they look like stone carvers. I'm pretty sure that's what they are. Four, the Perils of the Horde. And it's a dragon. That is definitely a good match. Five, we have House of Healing. Six is the Downtrodden. Seven, Good Berries, which I believe is a spell for druids. Is one of the spells that druids can have. I believe it's them. And then 8, Artifice. I guess the Artificer. 9, we have the Familiar. That is cute. Instead of a falcon, it is a familiar, a familiar winged cat, but it is an adorable familiar. Then the 10 of Pentacles is the Sage. Oh, sorry, I just moved myself out a little bit. Because it looks like the sun is coming in and out again. The Page is divination. Knight of Pentacles, the Mage Knight. Queen of Pentacles, Gift of Nature's Depths. Okay. And the King of Pentacles, Boundless Wealth. Definitely a good one for that card. All right, and with that, we have completed the flip through of the deck. Overall, very cute. I like the art. It's very cute. Definitely a comic book feel that I enjoy. Sorry, I'm kind of twisting the cards to kind of straighten them out a little bit for the shuffling, because I feel like if I don't... Oh no! I did it. Okay. Maybe I did a little bit too strong. I tore a little bit into the cards. Okay. Don't do what I did. I'm gonna have to find a way to fix that King of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. That is what I get for putting a little bit too much of a Herculean strength into these cards. Okay. Oops. Let me try to shuffle them. They're looking all... And they're weirdly wobbly. I don't know what's going on here. All right. Overhand is fine because they're matte and kind of... Like I said, cover book like. Okay, so we cannot be reading 3, 4, 5 cards. If anything, just one minor and one major card, please and thank you. Okay, so when I riffle shuffle, it's not too bad, but there is a little bit of resistance. Let me try the other way like this. Okay, let us forget what I did to the King of Pentacles that like showed up again. Yeah, no. That way's not a good shuffle. Ooh, boy. I don't know why. I'm feeling awkward shuffling these cards. Maybe because of that weird bent. Okay, what are you? Okay, we got the Empress. And then we just need... Oh, perfect. There you go. Ace of Cups. We got our 2 cards to check out. Again, I apologize that... Oh, come on. How is it every time I look at it, the King of Pentacles, just to remind me of what I did? I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. Okay, let's check out this little guidebook that has a little something on the spine. Okay, you know what? I'm not even going to pick at it. I already damaged the card. Not even 15... How long has it been? Not even half an hour after opening this deck. So we have the guidebook. It looks, when we went through it real quickly, we saw that it was in color. The table of contents, we're going to have the how to use for readings, bringing traditional tarot into the RPG world. Very cute. And how to use this deck for RPG gameplay. Fun. Starting your tarot-inspired campaign. That's pretty cool too. Okay, and then the cards, Major Arcana, Minor Arcana. Okay. And so a little introduction. So let's see what they say real quickly. The first part of this booklet is aimed at new diviners who don't know or don't remember how to set up for a tarot reading. As this deck is modeled after the Rider-Waite deck, you can use it in any way a traditional tarot deck is used, particularly to reveal how past, present, and future elements of your life affect yourself and others. Okay, how to set up, how many cards to draw, blah, 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 blah. And if you're interested in test driving this deck in session, RPG Tarot can inform random encounters or help build NPCs, non-player characters too. Oh, and so that's probably why we have some titles like this here. Okay. Part 2 help you understand the deck's answers to a question you or your character asks. This part provides in-depth description of what each card means and explains how the meanings change whether a card is revealed upright or reversed. You'll also find RPG keywords that connect the cards to many gameplay elements, including magical creatures, weaponry, spellcasting, and popular fantasy locations. Okay, and then you'll learn to do all these things and more. Okay. All right, and then how to use for readings. Reading preparation. Okay. Oh, and then we have some spreads here. 1 card, 3 cards, a Celtic cross, and a 5-card decision-making spread. Okay. Then if you want to bring it to the RPG world, and then how to use this deck for gameplay. Okay. If you want a random encounter, an NPC, determining results, player guidance. All right. And starting your tarot campaign. Okay, now we have with the cards. So we kind of looked at it real quickly. It seems that the majors have a full page color of the cards for themselves. And then when it comes to the minors, it is a smaller, what do we call it? Thumbnail of the card. And all the information holds in 1 page, whereas the Major Arcana, oh yeah, it holds in 1 page. It's just that they have a bigger page for the picture. And what else do they have? Is that all they have? Oh, and then a little section of notes. Okay. And then about the authors. Okay, pretty cool. Okay, so let's look here for the Empress. Here again, we have the card. Very cool. Okay, so for the major, we have the Empress, the Tavern Keeper. The Empress is the model of femininity with ties to fertility, hospitality, and Mother Earth. The Empress is represented here as a welcoming tavern keeper. Her tavern has food, shelter, and comfortable furniture, but do not take advantage of her generosity. The Empress may be charitable, but she's also canny, alert, and of high station. You never know what weapons she might have stockpiled behind the bar. Upright. Keywords: beauty, nature, abundance. You are surrounded by abundant, wonderful people and things. The pleasures of everyday life and the natural world are at your fingertips. Be accepting of the role of nurturing and providing for others. It's that mid-combat heal that keeps the battle going and keeps the group safe. For reverse, we have dependence and self-care. When reversed, the Empress implores you to focus your nurturing spirit on yourself. You need to worry about taking care of your own needs and making sure that you are reaching your goals. The reverse Empress might also mean that you depend too heavily on someone else and it's time to do things yourself. RPG keyword: nature check, healing, and tavern. Very interesting. I like that. Yeah, I do like I like the tone of the writing. And I do like how it's explained. That one I like it. So let us go to the cups over here. Alrighty. So as we can see, everything holds in the page. So for the Ace of Cups, we have flash of inspiration. Upright, it is love, relationships, and senses. The Ace of Cups suggests that you open your heart to the world and to new opportunities. Begin a new hobby or battle new foes to broaden your horizon. You may find exciting dungeons to overcome. As you open your heart, don't be alarmed if your purse strings open along with it. Buy around for the tavern and be open to resulting opportunities as well. Reversed, we have repression, self-care, and discernment. The Ace of Cups reverse holds a pair of close yet different meanings. First, be fully in tune with yourself before opening up to others. How's your character sheet? In the real world, work on yourself before hitting up the dating apps. Second, it suggests an impediment to your emotional self. Are you having problems with someone else in the party or in your personal life? Keywords: perception checks, inspiration points, and taverns. Why do we have taverns also? Look at that. Yeah, and then both here we have self-care as a keyword in the reverse. Interesting. Okay, so even for the Ace of Cups, it is interesting the way they explain the Ace of Cups, because you know, they're talking about as you open your heart, there'll be alarm if your person opens along with it, which is not always something that I think about, you know, as you're opening yourself up and feeling generous emotionally. Well, sometimes you might feel like doing things for others, and sometimes that includes paying something for someone. But I do like it, and I like how it ties in nicely with the D&D world, so that indeed, if you're looking to you know, use this deck in a campaign or to create your own character for a campaign, I mean, this is pretty cool. I like it. I like it a lot. So what do I think about this deck? So except for the fact that Miss Me here, I totally botched the job of straightening the card, and I downright kind of mini tore. You know what? If I glue it nicely, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. We will not. It might even not be noticeable. In terms of the art, this deck is super adorable. It's cute. I like it. It's giving me warm and fuzzy feeling. The color scheme totally hits on a classic Rider-Waite-Smith, those like aged yellows and blues and grays and stuff. Very, very cool. It's almost position for position. Like it's almost cloned exactly the people and how they're positioned and stuff. As a classic Rider-Waite-Smith, of course, there's like, you know, little differences, but you know, this next to a 10 of Cups looks the same. Let me see here. I still have my Rider-Waite-Smith. There we are. Okay. So here we have the Emperor, for example, the Rider-Waite-Smith. I think it's very similar. The color scheme, you know, obviously this is the D&D world, so you're gonna have some difference, but it's very similar. But yeah, my less mark would be the cardstock. It's cardboardy, yeah, it's less fun. But then again, it's mass market. They're not gonna splurge on an indie grade type of cardstock. And I don't know if it's my copy, but it does seem like perhaps, unless it's my eyes, it does seem like the back, at least for me, it's a little bit off-centered towards the right. But the cards themselves, it's centered well. So maybe it's my eyes. You know, I can completely say it might be my own eyes that are failing me, and I imagine that it's off-center, but it's perfectly fine. But otherwise, and yeah, my only downside would be for the cardstock, really. The rest of it, I think it's pretty fun, very adorable. I'll definitely take a look exactly at at the guidebook as how to integrate it into a campaign, or however they were wording it, because I think that's pretty cool. I do have a few tabletop D&D adjacent deck that I wonder if they would match. And also, I think that this deck might actually scratch the itch of this other D&D related deck that I really, really, really wanted. It's on Etsy right now, and I forgot the title of it. I'll try to remember to put a picture somewhere around here of the indie deck. The reason why I ended up not getting it is because with the shipping and the pricing and the exchange rate, it was going to be like very, very pricey. So I kind of just left it on my wish list. But I think until the time that it's like to splurge on a gift for myself, this I think is pretty cool. Now let me just go get the deck that I have in mind to see if perhaps the two would match or look good. Just 1 second. Okay, because I have three actually adjacent in the same theme. So for example, I have the Adventurers Tarot, the Empress deck. That is still an indie deck as far as I remember. Also centered around tabletop, beautiful art and pictures. Now maybe that might not match necessarily as well with this RPG tarot deck, just because of the style of the art. Like the art is different, so maybe it might clash a little bit. Maybe the colors, I'm not feeling it too much, but it could work, right? And then the other one I'm sure, if it's Dungeons and Dragons, I'm sure that you've seen it, and some of you might have it, the Dungeons and Dragons tarot deck. This I have to say, I do like this. I really like this linen cardstock. So I haven't used it a lot just because of how the minor suits is set up. I don't often use two tarot decks together. Sometimes I do, but it would be it's interesting. Something like this art is a little bit sharper, less comic booky. And then here is a little bit more fun. I want to say like it has an air of fun. Okay. Now let's put this back. And then the third one that I have, and you know what? I'm pretty sure that I did do a flip through of the Dungeons and Dragons tarot deck. If I not, I definitely know that I have a flip through of this one, which is Molly Mock and Jester's Oracle of the Moon deck. This I think might be most likely that I would pair this with if I wanted. I don't often pair decks, but when I do, I think this one would be okay. So this is, I do wish they put more cards in there. But in any case, so this is like a two-sided, however you flip it. Whoops. This is how it comes out. And I think most likely, I think I would pair these two together just for fun. Because I do like the keywords. Yeah, I think out of the three, I would pair this one. There we have it here. Let me put this back. All right, so with all of that, let me know, guys, what do you think of the Ultimate RPG Tarot deck by Jef Aldrich. Again, I'm saying two different versions because I am not sure of the pronunciation. Let me know, guys, what do you think of this deck? How fun is it? Because I just think it's fun. It's not even what do you think? Is this something that's your cup of tea? Are you a tabletop player? Have you known about this deck? Is it in your radar? Is it already in your collection, or are you eyeing it? Would you use it in a campaign, or just, you know, as an aside for your your own personal enjoyment? I'm kind of tempted of using this card for Halloween. I think it would be a good time. Not that not that it has to be for Halloween and only Halloween, but just because Halloween is coming soon enough. Where right now we're at the end of September. I'm filming towards the end of September, so you know, by the time Halloween comes, and when it's Halloween, you know, I'm either last year I was a vampire. I've been a witch for so long and other stuff. So I don't know. I think it would match well. So maybe for one of my tarot challenges of the month, I'll bring that one out. So in any case, thank you guys for spending the time with me to unbox this tarot. Let me know all your questions and suggestions and whatever else is in the comment section down below. And until next time, thanks for stopping by, and bye-bye.